Oh my god, guys, I really wish Jared was a disruptor at this point, because what
The only way out is to mess up again. Like she was open about like her wanting to do other shit with people. I was like, alright, that's cool. But I can only turn up after I see her do shit.
Hey Bethans, what's up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. I'm so glad to have you here. If today's the first time on my channel, please do well to hit on the subscribe button before you leave. Also give this video a very big thumbs up right now or at the end if you enjoyed watching it. Okay, now before I even talk about this whole Jared situation and why I suddenly feel like he should have been made a disruptor, let's talk about the Sunday live eviction that happened a while ago. And guys, we had 5 housemates that were up for possible eviction, and they included Lerato, Mpumi, Papa Ghost, Mark Jr. and Sammy M. And of course, by virtue of being head of house, Nero was made to do a save and replace. And of course, she went ahead to save Mark Jr., who is obviously her partner in the house, in head of house lounge, and replaced him with Z. Now, as soon as the live eviction show started, of course, Lawrence did not waste any time, before we had the first eviction. I mean, the first and only eviction for the night. Okay, and by the time he was done with that, Sammy M had to leave, because she had the lowest votes. Okay,
Sammy M,
yeah.
you have 30 seconds to say goodbye and leave the Big Brother house.
So Sammy M's journey in the Big Brother Mzansi mansion, the Siamosha house, has come to an end. So I wasn't surprised. I mean, with the list of people, Lerato, Mpumi, I literally was like, Mpumi, what? No, she's not going anywhere. Baby girl still has drama to give me. So yes, I didn't want her to leave. I was really excited that she didn't. So what that means is that we have 4 housemates saved from that list and only 1 person leaving, right? Now, Lawrence had gone ahead to ask questions here and there, which I'm actually not even going to delve into right now. But can we also let them know, or can they take notes from us? Guys, the live show was too flat. It was too flat. It was boring. Like, it was really boring, guys. And I feel like it got worse when Sammy M was called on stage, when she had left the house and all of that. The interview they always have with them on stage. Guys, it took almost 20 minutes. Like, what are you asking her? Why would she spend so much time, talking? You guys will talk. They even went on break. They came back. Literally, she didn't even know what to say at some point. She was like, it was dragging. Okay, it was dragging. I mean, I understand that there are not a lot of sponsors and all of that, but then there could still be other things. Maybe like a performance or something. Guys, it was literally boring. It was literally boring. Lawrence was just seated there, really chilled, like he was just having a chit chat. When you have lunch with a friend and you guys are just having a conversation, why do I have to watch all of that for over 20 minutes? Like, what does Sammy M have to say to me for about 20 minutes? Like, I'm sure even she was bored. If not that Lawrence kept her there, all she wanted to do was to leave that stage. So they need to actually work on that. Okay. Anyway, during the course of his interview or chit chat with Sammy, he had gone ahead to ask her, a few questions. And of course, again, there was a lot of, code switching and code mixing, so I did not particularly hear every single thing. So the few things that I pointed out are not the only things that were discussed on that stage. Okay, like I said, it took about 20 minutes, and these things I'm going to mention here shouldn't have taken more than 5 minutes. So yeah, there were a lot of things. Okay, now Lawrence had gone ahead to ask Sammy M, why she didn't like Yolanda. And, she just went on saying, oh, you see, I don't even remember the girl. Yolanda is too loud. She's this, she's that. Because they actually had like a face-off one time in the house. And Yolanda is like, no, you cannot tell me that I'm loud. Okay, literally, other housemates think that Yolanda is loud. I think that Yolanda is loud as well. But then Yolanda doesn't care. Literally, she asked Big Brother, Biggie, I'm in your house. Do you think I'm making noise? If my noise is not disturbing you, Big Brother, then nobody in the house has a right to tell me to keep quiet. So trust me, Yolanda is not keeping quiet anytime soon. But then again, that kind of got under Sammy M's sleeves, and she just didn't like Yolanda. Now, Lawrence also went on to ask her about her chummy friendship with Willie. And then she's like, oh, well, nothing really, we're just kissing bodies. I'm like, nothing one no go here for this show. You are just kissing bodies. Like, you guys are just friends, but you kiss, every time you want. And she's like, yeah. And then Lawrence like, guys, that was so funny. He was even doing the whole on stage. I was just like, What is this? I mean, Sammy actually liked Willie at some point in the game, but then she just felt like he was everywhere. She actually mentioned it again today to Lawrence. She felt like, Willie was everywhere, and for her, that's not working, so I guess that's why she just tagged the guy as her kissing buddy. Okay, Lawrence also asked her if she was upset that her friend Neo did not save her, instead went ahead to save Mark Jr., and she was like, well, that she was actually shocked when Lawrence had pointed that out, and when Neo had made her choice known, but then again, nobody owes her anything, and she understands totally that it's a game, so she's not upset. And then, of course, Lawrence went on to ask her who she was rooting for, seeing that she's out of the house. And then she mentioned Z. She said she really likes Z. Z is a people's person, and, she just wishes her all the best. At some point during their interview or chit-chat, Lawrence had told her that there were 3 fake housemates in the house, and if she could guess who they were, and she was so shocked, like, really? Fake housemates? And then the first name that came to her mouth was Papa Ghost, but then they went on break and we didn't get to hear the conclusion. We didn't get to hear if she mentioned any other 2 housemates. But of course, we know that Papa Ghost is not a fake housemate. Papa Ghost is actually a real housemate. And the disruptors that we have, aka the fake housemates that we have, include Taki, Neo, who is the current head of house, and of course, Fahima. Okay. Anyways, to wrap up the show, Lawrence went ahead to tell us that for this week, being week 3, there would be no real nominations. Okay. There will be no evictions this week. That's what it means. So yeah, you guys relax. Okay, we already have few housemates leave the house, and right now we have 17 housemates left, because there were 18 before the whole live show. So when Sammy left, it just meant that we had 17 housemates in the house. So he told us that there would be no live nominations this week. Actually, there would be a fake live nomination. So whatever names are called, it doesn't really hold water. But as some form of replacement to the live nomination show, Lawrence had gone ahead to tell us that Big Brother, whispered some things into his ears. He mentioned that Big Brother is really impressed with the disruptors and just how they have performed so far in the house within the past 2 weeks. So for that reason, there would be a ranking of the disruptors, aka the fake housemates. And I mentioned them earlier: Taki, Neo, and Fahima. So for that, there would be some type of ranking, and of course fans will get to decide who has performed better in terms of being a disruptor in the game. Guys, if I might ask you, who do you think has represented well as a disruptor, if you've been following the show or if you've been following the analysis that I have been bringing to you guys? Personally, I would say Neo. Neo is top on the list. Okay, Neo is definitely top on the list, followed by Taki and then Fahima. Because really, Fahima, I don't really know what she's about. But guys, here's the catch. Big Brother said through Lawrence that after this whole ranking, whoever ranks the highest would get the chance to compete for the actual prize. So yeah, you see what's happening there. Oh my goodness, I was so happy to hear that, guys. I feel like that's exciting. Now back to why I said Jared should have actually come as a disruptor. It's the fact that this guy constantly calculates so much. It's the fact that when he speaks, sometimes I'm just shocked. I'm like, wow, because he had a conversation with Mpumi yesterday. Guys, the party was fun. I was just really upset about some things. You guys know how, during the past seasons of Big Brother, and just how, housemates react to, being locked out of parties and all of that. Guys, Liema was locked out of the party. She did not attend the party, but she was not upset. And in my head, I'm like, why wasn't she upset? Now, bear in mind, Big Brother had called the head of house into the diary room and had actually handed a brief over to her, for the party and all of that. Housemates, get ready for the party. But there was nowhere in that brief where he had said that Liema could not attend the party. Now, I told you guys that Big Brother had given Liema just 1 strike, which a lot of us did not agree with. I mean, that kind of pissed a lot of us off. And I know that I've seen different reactions on the internet. People saying, oh, Big Brother is deliberately trying to protect Liema. Big Brother just wants Liema to win. Oh, Big Brother is probably a fan of Liema, and as such, he's trying so hard to keep her in the house. I mean, whichever the case might be, Big Brother keeps making it look like these assumptions are true, because why on earth would you call Liema into the diary room after you are giving a brief to the head of house about the party, even though we did not know what the whole conversation he had with Liema was all about? But just judging from her reactions, of not attending the party, it's just leaving a lot of questions like, why wasn't she upset as usual, because I mean parties are usually fun and all of that. And considering the fact that she already had a conversation with Jared, telling him that she's going to have her payback, and guys, she's been planning to pay back Jared for his actions, kissing Els and Umpumi. She's really planning a retaliation by getting close to, Mark Jr. and flirting with the guy and all of that. And guys, Jared is aware of all of these things. Okay, I mean, they had that conversation. And yesterday when he was having that conversation with Umpumi, he had pointed out to Umpumi that, look, all these things that happened, the whole kissing two people, the whole rift that happened and all of that, it was just an act to get people to come out of their shells. He feels like people are just being all, cool, calm and collected, and for him, that's not what he wants. Now, as much as he also likes Liema to a point, he also thinks that Liema is boring. So he needed to do something to get her out of her comfort zone. And he was also very aware that whatever reactions would come out of that, it would be to everybody's advantage. Like, it will cause people to talk, people will want to say things. And for him, that's what he wants. He wants action in the house. He just doesn't want, oh, let's just be here. So he went on to tell Umpumi that, look, I'm still going to do something that will trigger her again. And guys, I'm just like, okay, could it be because of this conversation that Jared had with Umpumi? Could that be the reason why Big Brother called Liema into the diary room? Could that be what he told her, don't go to the party, don't drink because you might act a certain way, you might do this, you might do that. Guys, I don't know, guys, but it's just really shady, guys. Let me know what you think about this thing. Do you think that all of this is just to protect Liema? Because if you just give her 2 strikes even to start with, but no, you gave her 1 for all the things, all the atrocities. You gave her 1 strike. Now she did not go for the party. And even when they finished the party, right, when the housemates came back, Jared was talking to her. She was like, oh, they told me that I could sleep if I wanted to. They told me that I could do this. They told me that I could do that. They told you, I mean, Biggie told you, because who told you? Who told you? Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the entire situation. Do you think that Big Brother is deliberately trying to protect Liema, or he's just being fair? Or just let me know what you think. And again, I think that Jared would have made the top on the list if they had done the ranking for disruptors, if he were to be one. But child, sadly he's not. I mean, thank God he's not, so that there's no chance of him leaving as a fake housemate and all of that. The guy is here to play the game, and I love the fact that he's a very calculative person. He knows what he's doing, he knows when to act, and yes, he keeps giving us something to talk about, which is something that I really like. Okay, again, let me know what your thoughts are about the entire situation, and of course I would see you guys on the next one. All right, bye.